favourite map, Chad?
I'm a big fan of Inferno.
Inferno. Well, no Inferno today. We head to Overpass to start us off, and we are seeing 4 CTs leaning to B. Had there been anything fast, they'll flash for early info. This makes a lot of sense. And so lots of early CT info, but what can they do with it? Hanging in limbo is Nork and Plopsky. Run boosting across for long.
Did we see them against Na'Vi before?
We did indeed, and they beat them handedly, 16-9. But Shox has to beat Hampus handedly here.
Just remember those run boosts being quite something to watch, and they certainly reminded me as soon as I saw it. Shox now, does he have support? I think he does, yes. Apex is right there with him, but the flash is excellent. It did catch him for a second, but actually somehow Rez still falls. A little unfortunate as now it's all being closed in around them. Look at RPK on the flank. That's the bomb lost.
Yeah, this is a nasty situation for the Swedes to find themselves in. Nork and Plopsky trying to dig themselves out of trouble. Don't miss your shots! RPK trying to stabilize. Looks like he has chipped away at Hampus with some good jiggle work, but my God, those 3 kills are ones he's just happy to have. At this point, 35 seconds. Nork going to be spotted out by Masuta. He's going to scurry away and try and get back onto RPK. Yeah, that smoke's not going to do much. Does get him the frag. Coming through with the grey screen gives him the necessary advantage, and you can see Apex
Great stuff.
getting sure all those fist bumps are in. Matt and Extaz behind him.
Now, I really like that approach right there from Vitality, because one of the things that NIP like to do is play between limbo, right? On their gun rounds, you see them, they'll get sewer control, they'll have connector control, they'll also have bathroom control, which means within the late rounds, they'll be able to go down connector, hit that B side if they want, maybe go back up towards A. A lot of misdirection. NIP, well, they want to go straight in with the force buy, so the Hampus breed of Counter-Strike a little bit more aggressive than the threat school of Counter-Strike, but maybe they can make some magic work. We saw what Rez did on the Deagles over there on the start of Dust2, and Zywoo is going to be greeting them early. Flash from Shox will be delivered.
I remember how potent these guys were at trying to take long. It was high on their priority list, so this could be quite fun if they've read into this, and it looks like they have. Zywoo poised and precise, even with that UMP, and now the T is down to 3. Kind of trying to find a way forward. They don't have much to work with.
The fact that 2 prongs of their long attack have already been taken out of the equation, and the rotation from Vitality over towards A has already come on in. This might be another round that just simmers out here unless there's some miracle shots being hit. Nork's at the Deagle, so he would be the man I'd be looking towards to hit some Juans.
I'm sorry, could you go again there? Juan?
Deagles.
Juan?
Wow, look, it's dialect, Alex, you know.
Very soft J, Chad.
I'm from a different part of the world than y'all.
Jesus. Or should I say
Luis?
Jesus.
It's all gone wrong.
You can see they're just having to prod forward, and they're just putting their nose in. They have utility, but throwing it isn't going to do anything, and Apex is now flanking them.
Oh, man after my own heart. A jumping UMP. It's filthy, but I love it. And yeah, now 2 rounds, we've had one of these players behind them too. So it's like, yeah, they get a little bit of room. Okay, they'll take that banana area or toilets, whatever you like to call it. Then behind them,
bang on, Lauren. Like, watching it back as well, you could see how much util they had. They had so much intent for once they got to long, they hadn't even considered what was going to happen if they couldn't. So that was all that util just squandered by a flash and a UMP, and the UMP did impress. That's Zywoo with 4 kills, all in that round. Round 2, map 2, series semi-final 2. First one featured G2.
I want to paint a little bit of a picture for everybody on what to expect on the CT side here, as we just have these pistols of NIP in play. Shox, come on. Yeah, there we go. So Shox and Zywoo play over towards A. RPK is dedicated B. And then you have Apex and Masuta. They go help B out as well, but then usually Apex is playing in flux. And look at him, he's pushed again. Okay, all right. Maybe a little bit unnecessary this time round.
He's just trying to keep things interesting.
Well, I'm interested. If that's the aggression they're going to greet the gun rounds with, NIP are going to have some issues.
I love the way the steps sound on the grass.
It's very soothing.
Quiet.
When was the last time, Lauren, you stood on grass barefooted?
Never, because I'm slightly allergic to like insect stings.
Or just like outside world, really.
I'm very pale. You are right.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, terrifies me.
It feels really good.
I'm sure it does. That probably doesn't. But what could be nice? Oh, they're already kind of postured for it though. I was already in the right spot to catch this.
Yeah,
It feels like they're always ready.
Yeah, so 600, let's do some math. 1,200 and 1,800. There you go.
He has 9.9k, and we're
So
three
what's
rounds into
4
the game.
times 6? 2,400 plus 1,800. Now I'm getting a bit too complex. But anyway, he's farmed a lot of cash.
Don't look at me.
Yep, no, I don't know why I'm trying to...
You looked over
I
at
looked
me
at both
like...
of you. I glanced at you. Chad was already putting his hands in the air.
Isn't that the one rule we don't do maths on air?
Yeah, well, that was my rule, but I'm changing it
also
because
say
I've...
to not work with children, but
I
here
did
you are.
some... Oh.
Working with the two of you, yeah. It's
Yeah.
kinda
It was a
rough.
self-burn. Well,
Sorry,
he
I
got
thought-
there.
I
He
thought
got
you were
there.
coming at me. I was like,
Oh, no.
No.
"Jeez, all right."
That's
She's
why we
already
don't work
thrown
with
her,
animals.
her pot shot at you.
Okay.
Now, smoke towards the party position as they go for a double underpass aggressive stance. I love the boost you can get off here. Not currently going for it. Instead, it's aggression, and look at that. Plopsky, this is the first buy, and now they've lost an integral component of this attack that was supposed to be presence towards the toilets position. You can write that one off completely. You can say goodbye to that. Shox is even pushing Fountain. Zywoo, first, not the second.
no.
That's Rez. Good aim from him, and Shox has got himself the bomb and an AWP. Nork, isolated. Rez, ooh, saved by the Twist. Very quiet series from Twist so far. We've seen a couple of flubs of his lines.
Look at Apex, though. Like, look at this. They're taking so much space. They did it on Dust2. It shouldn't be possible in the same way. But Overpass, when they're getting these kills, when they're winning these early duels, they're just pushing, and this is what will tilt NIP. It's making me mad. I wouldn't even know how to deal with this because the mid-round calling on this, you have to force them to respect you. And Vitality, they're not respecting anything right now.
No, it's kind of crazy to see. Like, the fact that you go into underpass, you've lost Plopsky. Okay, fine. But then your Monster Duel's lost, and now Monster's lost forever. You know how long rotates take on Overpass if you don't have Connector? You are in a dire strait.
You're looking at me like the maths question again. Stop it.
No,
It's so much
no.
intent.
I'm just making eye contact, trying to build a bond.
Again, fear, similar to the outside world, but RPK kind of isolated on his own. He does have support in Bank, but Bank can't really help him right now. As Masuta goes down, there goes his support, but it's still RPK, and the tank by the truck goes down. Now, 1v1. Apex was the one on that weird push around the back. He's going to be in a strange position, awkward timing, I'm sure. But Twist posts up, low HP, so he needs a clean shot.
Yeah, that is exactly what he gets. Great shooting. Love the tight line. He put himself in a headshot angle. That 10 HP pretty much nullified.
Yep.
And talking of nullified, Vitality in victory. Masuta's yet to get off the starting mark. And by starting mark, I mean he hasn't connected a single bullet or nade into anyone yet. It has been a quiet one from him. Hampus is in rather similar straight on the other side of things. This is Twist. All 4 kills for him to pull them across the line. And Apex looks dismayed, distraught.
He used to have, or probably still does, as that does show, the most emotive reactions.
Yeah.
I mean, the man is hard on the sleeve, and it seems the same with a lot of the French scene. But for now, speaking of the French, we've got to look towards the Swedes. Hampus yet to get off the starting blocks either. He's had a bit of a quiet one to begin with. But this is the buy round. This is the one that we want to be looking at with the bigger rifles. Just the deagle for Nork, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're still feeling the ramifications of that previous round win. Yes, it was a round win eventually, but it came down to a 1v1, and you can see it that they've had to make a choice between utility and weaponry. So we're going to be seeing a smoke flying through the sky. Zywoo aggressively holding the whole of middle. He's got vulnerabilities in connector, party, long. No, you wouldn't. He does. Goes for a clear. He's solo on that side of the map, and he has the audacity to clear longside toilets just before his teammates arrive. Rez is forced to watch as the rest of round 5 transpires.
How is he so good at that? I really don't understand. He's already seen another there. Yeah, Hampus has given away the game. Whether or not he can stay alive is beyond me. He's depending on Shox to keep him safe as well. There it is. Nice work from Zywoo. This guy's put on a masterclass. Here comes Masuta. Not going to happen. Zywoo, though, continuing the powerhouse. 3 kills for him now.
Yeah, they're trying to pivot down underpass. There's already a molly waiting for them, and then also a tank. Gonna see smoke towards heaven. Flashes into the site. Another molly
They're all
short.
rotating.
Vitality are just set for success. Nork's held at bay. You can hear Twist just elephanting into the site. Now by Jail. Does hit some good headshots, but Zywoo's taking him down. He's on for an ace here, by the way. It's Apex to stop it. But there we have it. That is the 4th for Vitality, and that's going to break NIP into the Deagles and the unfortunate reality of a 5-1.
Now, if I'm Vitality, the key would be to make sure that NIP don't get territory for free. So Zywoo, as risky as it is right here, the chance for him to be traded on, it is huge when he's in those bathrooms by himself. that's the plan. You want to take away the ability for them to just execute cleanly, because that's one of the keys for the Ninjas, right? They execute onto the side, their smokes, flashes, Molotovs are so good, they're very diligent in the way that they clear. And if you can make this tricky for them before they can even get to their first point of protocol, well, you're winning it right there.
We're seeing it happen. I've still got the long UMP flashbang in my mind. You're still seeing them constantly prioritize a weapon sacrifice in favor of more utility. Like, it is indicative all over their play that is what they require for success, and without it, well, the score speaks for itself. Score finishes that sentence for me. They're going fast this time. I like the change of pace, Lauren. And already Masuta deals with the first, not the second. Hampus with no HP is laying down the law into RPK. Plopsky a little asleep at the wheel there. Nork responds in kind. Hampus so low, but he's putting suppressing shots down, and the bomb will come in. This retake, the flash for Shocks. He's going heaven. Twist can't do a thing, and with only Tech 9s and Deagles, no armor, no hope, we will see the defuse come in.
Chad, you promised me something different here.
Yeah, it's early stages,
Chad,
Lauren.
you promised.
I need you to just take a deep breath.
All right.
I need you to just calm down.
People think I'm actually allergic to grass, because I clearly didn't explain very well that I'm allergic to things that sting me, like, you know, mosquitoes and bees and such.
They don't hide in the grass. That's more like lions and tigers and bears. Oh my.
And raptors.
Shut up. Why are you all so horrible to me?
Well, the Jurassic Park movie is one of my favorites. But now that's the second plant that the Ninjas in Pyjamas have been able to get down. The other one was on the round that Twist won. A little bit of stimulus package coming
Come
on.
on.
Now,
Let's see NIP.
this looks like it is going to be more of the same. 3 over towards Fountain. 1 connector, 1 babysitting B. They need to deal with Zywoo and Shocks. You can either push them back with utility, or you need to win the duels here. It's a standard round. 3-man B lane, 2 towards A, and Shocks in the forward position. Here we
I'll
go.
flash this, right? This is the NIP playbook. Ooh, he gets some info and some damage. Oh, he could have got caught with a smoke. He doesn't, though. It was Zywoo who still lives to fight and frag. He's got a knock on the horizon as well. Not going to connect the shot. He brings him down to 7. I told a lie, and that's not stopping. Nork blowing off heads, handing out haircuts. 3v2. Plopsky to plant.
Save call.
Yep, just like that. Wow, I want to see that from Nork's POV. I'm sure we'll get the replay, because Zywoo hit his shot. He hit his man, and Nork just didn't care. Shrug of his shoulders and 3 quick frags. NIP find a necessary second round early enough into their map pick.
So you can see they were more decisive there. The fact that they just went straight up onto that site, they weren't dilly-dallying, they weren't faffing about for the flank to come on in and make them feel a little bit awkward. They had to take the fight to Vitality, but now Vitality are aware that that switch up of pace is going to be coming on in. I don't think we'll be seeing Zywoo getting caught with an aid in his hand yet again. And now NIP will be posting 2 on their T side. Just to note, with Twist leading the way, 103 points of AD out of his name, he is actually the highest rated player for NIP on this map in the last 7 games played.
Hey, I'm wearing the same pants as Threat today.
There you go.
I just called them pants. I have become what I used to hate.
Well, I call them pants, but that's because I think the rest of the world call them pants. It's just you guys, right?
I don't think so. I think,
I've called them pants. I normally call them pants, which is a problem.
and actually, to be fair, it's one of the few ones that actually makes sense. Like, I'm not about that aluminum life.
Get
But
out.
you put your underpants under your pants.
Precisely.
Does make sense. We even say under anyway. That's enough of that nonsense.
Right. Oh, is this going to be quick? It looks like it might just be RPK on the other side, though. That's not the man I'd like to tussle with. But actually, it's Rez to sweep 2 of them aside.
First test for Masuta. First real test of this semi-final for the young gun. He's got to get more than 1 here. That's a great catch. Tucking into the site, but caught. Twist opens up the site. More smokes. Oh, that's a failed smoke on bridge. Not going to have huge ramifications, because they're probably going to be pressing that save call button again.
Hanging around, maybe they can pull off a miracle like Plopsky did on Dust2.
Yeah. I mean, you saw a prime example of why you stick around in that Dust2 game. Unfortunately, didn't translate into anything more than a couple of extra. But yeah, this one's theirs. You can see that smoke's just enough to be paranoid. Okay, we're safe.
That right there was the first opening that NIP have had this game. So we're 8 rounds in. That is their first opening frag. Otherwise, it's been one-way traffic for Vitality, and that comes with them dictating the pace and the tone of the game that they've been looking for. So that's big stuff for the Ninjas now as they post 3 very quick rounds, but they're not out of the woods just yet. Masuda will be able to buy. Zywoo has the AWP. Shocks on the M4.
Here it is. So he was 2 and 7. He got a double kill on the way in, and it's the flashbangs of his squad as well.
God.
Perfection. And that was the catch. Had Masuta got time to tuck in, could have been problems. Not to be, timeout called. This is the first timeout of our second map. It's called by Vitality, just looking to gather up and gather their thoughts. It was a res double kill that translated into a round win.
And maybe the pace change is something they want to take note of, considering we've had 2 rounds now that have been kind of pushed off a little bit of a switch up of pace. But we'll see, and obviously the money's in a weird spot too.
I mean, this is French force by written all over it.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 saved rifles. Shox can drop a FAMAS for someone else. RPK can equip
There
himself. Yeah, boy. Well, this is, as the French call, a normal round. As we call, a force buy.
We need a cool French word for it.
I know, but I'm so bad. I can tell you about my breakfast or my friends in football. That's about
cheesy omelette or
my cheesy omelette. Yeah, is that from Dexter's lab?
omelette du fromage.
Mais oui.
We're terrible humans. But yeah, we'll see what this bike can really achieve from it. I'm curious. ZywOo looks like he wants to instigate something, and I quite like the idea of it, but has he had a second thought about that?
He didn't hear a lot because they were very quiet once they had come down the ladder, but he has the sole responsibility of defending A right now. So as the 4-man B lane is coming in from Vitality, Twist garnering control over towards the sewer position. He can keep them in place if he throws a couple of simple nades, but this is the slow pace from NIP.
Yeah, but look at ZywOo on the other side. He's about to have a lot of people coming his way. That's 3 players coming out through from Underpass right now, and he's just posted up. It's him against NIP here.
It is.
And it's just him against NIP here.
He's going to stand his ground, and Plopsky's going to laugh at him. Collects the kill. Still a numbers disadvantage for the Ninjas, despite taking down ZywOo, and the smoke from Shox could make things really awkward. They can't support him. He can play by that. This is great choice from Shox, and the timing couldn't be better. He may even come behind him. Nork flashed. I love it from Vitality. Plopsky screwed. It's just res. 75 health. Shox has run him through a loop, run him through the ring. A triple kill. Scavenges away the AWP for ZywOo as well. That was great work from Shox. His smoke wins them that round.
NIP will have to string together by Galil for Twist and back towards B. So they're ready for this. It's a 4-man B lane.
Oh my
There's
God,
last time. Got 2. Let's see if he can do it again.
Yeah, you need the individuals to step up. You have to beat Vitality in their own game, and the support... No, wait, was that a team flash? It was. Or at least Twist got the credit. We know can't always trust Valve. But RPK,
no.
It's a
someone you can
disaster.
trust.
Good grief, 4 kills. It was Galil's throne. And they just stick nothing. Not a single peep. One from him, then he's flashed, falls off, comes back out. The supporting flashbangs. NIP were just having a nightmare there, and he couldn't believe his luck. Last few bullets of the clip, and he gets 3 kills in quick succession to finish it off. It's nice to see at the animated Apex, but also it does seem like he's got a bit more of a positive air about him. Often he used to have a furrowed brow and then be that animated. Perhaps it's the fact that he's 1-0 up in a semi-final. He's got ZywOo on his team, who keeps on giving him that first blood. Now Apex, new lease of life, new lease of freedom. ZywOo just doesn't care.
Look at that, he's getting peppered on up. Apex pushing forward. They already have a 2-man advantage. He still wants to continue to fight, trying to get out of town now, but it doesn't even matter. This is very problematic for NIP. I feel they need to take a timeout and talk through their options here because the slow stuff's not working. They're getting picked apart. The fast stuff has now been nutted on out.
Still got 4 of them, Chad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. I'll take that.
Swedes
Right?
and Eagles, but yeah, it's 2 of the best candidates for it. He wants RPK to get a little inquisitive, and he will, unfortunately. Yeah. That's not ideal. Now Rez, unfortunately, lost all of that info, and RPK will tidy it up. Lovely stuff from Vitality. They are just running at full pelt. Pedal to the metal in direction of the grand finals. Heroic are watching this game, and it looks like they've got a ferocious potential opponent here.
It's a bit hard to counter-strat something that is so in flux, right? These guys are the definition of throwing a spanner in the works. No matter what you had planned, they will just push. You know that round where Shox dropped the smoke on site and then pushed on through?
Yeah.
He ended up on the other side of the bomb site with his 2 teammates who were also flanking. So it was like they were now the ones attacking the site. Vitality, just with this style that they like to approach the game with, you can never quantify what they're going to do because I don't think they know what they're going to do until they're actually in the moment.
Until they're doing it. I mean, Shox probably was like, he looked at the clock, he looked at his smoke, he was Oh, this is perfect. I can hear steps. I've got time to underhand it. Bob's your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. And I'm Shoxy Jesus with 16-4 on my star player, 12 for RPK, 11 for the aforementioned Shox. Masuta, more of a role player for this one. He hasn't got to really make too much of a lasting impact on the frags, but he hasn't needed to be fair. The rest have been taken from him by the Zoom banger on ZywOo.
Come on, NIP. We need a wake-up round here. These boys need to get back on the board. This was meant to be the game changer. They had to mentally reset. We defined that. Map 1 was a blowout. This has to be different right now. And from what we're seeing so far, it's sadly a little bit more of what we expected. Now, different look here on Long.
I can't believe Apex
Second
is
opening.
around.
That's the second opening for NIP. Came from Rez as well, so Rez is now 2-5.
Damn, that is the second opening frag in 12 rounds.
Yeah.
They leave Long open and they stack on bathrooms.
Ooh, between the wickets. Rare to see. ZywOo down.
Look who's in the backline, Apex.
And he's got the bomb spotted.
I don't understand this Counter-Strike, but it's incredible to watch. The support systems are here. They've isolated Long so Apex can focus on the bathroom fight. He loses it though. Plopsky still stands. Masuta wanted in. He tried to get ahead of the curve and now RPK left in the 1v2. He did find Nork. It was a 1v3 before, but that bomb is out of there. And look at Twist already right in enemy lines. Oh my god, here we go. RPK. Raw power this man has. There's not much finesse to it. Plopsky.
Quite the opposite. There's the finesse.
Yeah.
Okay, nice shot there from Plopsky to close that out. But you can see constantly being disruptive. Apex is not an A defender. He is the in-game leader in flux between the two sides. His job is to go over towards B, support them in the early stages, and then rotate back. And that's why having your in-game leader that is an X factor is quite emotional. If he is reading the play, if he is finding those gaps, he knows where he needs to be, well, he can really disrupt the play. But that's an important round. So NIP, if they can find a couple more opening kills here, that's where things are starting to look good. They will take a timeout to talk this one through. Hampus, statistically speaking, not doing great now and not normally doing great for NIP on the map. He's the lowest rated on the team. And normally you have to do a bit more thinking as an in-game leader on a map like this, a bit more moving around the pieces.
I mean, am I making it up? But it does feel like Overpass is bigger than most of the maps. It just feels like there's so much space. There's not enough players to go around to get all that info.
You know, it helps when a bomb site is in the CT spawn,
yeah.
you know, so same as like Cobble, it felt like such a long time for the T's to be able to get towards that site.
Bring me back, Cobble, Valve.
We'll get the petition made.
Please.
Is that the flash enough to deter him, or does he want a second go? He does. Oh, what a spray control. And too many options for Shox. 2 opening kills, that should surely translate into a 5th hit. NIP keeping their composure.
And remind yourself, in that Na'Vi game, Hampus was top fragging. 24 kills for him. He was playing a great game. It was very surprising. So this is a drastic change. Clearly not finding the same form, but a good round could potentially come from this. He doesn't have to be the one to pop off necessarily, but someone has to step up to that plate.
I'm intrigued by the gamble call on B.
It might actually gamble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, look at the map now. I think NIP might just overthink this. They're like, ZywOo probably solo A to B.
Look at it, they're going as well.
Yo.
This is so dangerous. Rez half HP, Plopsky no HP. Those two could be blown out of the equation very quickly.
They got smokes and it's 50 seconds. By the time they get through Monster, it'll be 30. They can smoke Monster, they'll have 15 or gray screen as an option.
What's going to happen is ZywOo's going to shoot. They're going to try and take the space away from the AWPer. Masuta's set up ready to peel away and get multi-kills. And if they try and come through Sandbag, well, that's where RPK is watching, and he has a Molotov to deal with this. This is so bad for the Ninjas.
ZywOo flashed off. Doesn't announce his presence and doesn't need to because it's been removed. And it's all on RPK. Wow. He's gone. Great shots. The individuals from NIP weather the storm of the 3-man stack.
Well, it saves Vitality from saving the guns.
Yeah.
So
one way to frame it.
NIP have to be happy with that. They went hunting before they won the round.
Look at his control. That's just on the corner of the wall there. That's calculated. It's good. It's nice to see. This is the final frag, just in Mach 10 into the dome. All right, so I would not be complaining if I'm NIP. This is a real nice upswing. They've got 4 of the last 7 rounds. And they're up against Nico here. So starting to make something of this map. This is their map. This is their T side. Masuta cooking alive. What on earth? They're closing the gap. Hampers, no, not like this. Well handled. Needed that. Pad the stat. Get that confidence back.
It's a good recovery from NIP. They need a couple of clean ones. There's not much obviously left in the half, but squeeze out the last few, you've got a game on your hands. Suddenly they're back in it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how hard the round felt. They all worth the same.
Exactly that.
4 kills for Hampus. That'll get him back in level pegging with some of his squad. Maybe get the confidence flowing as well. Let's just watch that one back, because he was under a lot of pressure here. This is a very easy death to concede. So well played with the pre-fire, the adjustment into RPK, and even finding ZywOo as well. So keeping things neat, keeping things tidy. There's the 4th. Concentration stations for the Ninjas.
Expect this CT-sided aggression to come back out. We saw that within the early stages of this first half here, and now that they don't have an AWP to work with, there's not a truckload of utility. You might see some pushes coming on through again. 3 postured towards A. Apex with the boys here again. Shocks forward. ZywOo overseeing this.
Oh, there it is. You're right. Bang on prediction, Chad. It's almost like you know what you're saying sometimes. Big brain. Sadly for Rez, he's going to be missing his... As Masuta, ZywOo, Apex, RPK, and Shocks take control of the round this time. Nork looking to even it out. He does. Masuta goes down. He's been hit and miss, it feels. He's been trying to be pulled around by NIP, and he has been a little bit more vulnerable than the others, but 2 players now need to prepare. NIP are on the way.
Yeah, they found them both. That's lovely from Twists. We're set for an 8-7 here. What a restabilization. And I'm so grateful and so glad that the Ninjas in Pyjamas were capable of doing so. The timeouts paid off. And now, translating into a round win, all they need is just the final 2. ZywOo, they're gone, and Shocks from Heaven. Far from a heavenly situation. Now, with all 4 just sitting, pressing pause, he can try and find his first duel. Can't isolate Twist for long. No time either. So 8-7. Respectable from NIP. They're going to be happy with that. Fist bumps distributed. We'll take a quick one. We'll be back to see if NIP can take us to 3.
Step out as a motivator, let them know that the weight's up. That's how we know when we level up. Hey, that's how we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up.
Back against the wall, still I'm standing tall. Know about the ball, I got my fan with me. All we know is ball to empty out the mouth. The chosen one they call, I take my fan with me. Know about it if you tell, know you're breaking codes. What your credibility and all fall like dominoes. Can you really take a stance? All I wanna know. Need me real ones when it's time to go. Stepping in, elevator. This is to all the haters. That's all we know when we level up. Yeah, that's all we know when we level up.
Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? You know we fall and we get up. Level up. All we know about is level up. Are we ready not to level up? It's time, get up. I found out I'm not alone, 'cause I'm just like you. We are fit.
I don't want your empathy. I just want another enemy. I'm not gonna change a thing.
Eight to 7, not too shabby from the Ninjas as they've managed to stabilize, and it does look like spirits are high in Sweden. Over in France, you can see the Vitality squad getting ready for their second half of the second map of our second semi-final. On Machine, I've got Sponge and Pansy riding on out for your evening of European Counter-Strike. And coming up after this, you'll be getting the North American Grand Final, e.g. Liquid, with Harry, Hugo, and Frankie. We're not there yet. Perhaps another map to be seen as well from this one. Apex going to be going for the long line-up for the Heaven Smoke. It's bang on.
It's a fake.
An overwhelming Nork. Oh, Rez has got the CZ. This could be the perfect weapon for the job. Multiple targets, close range, you're bang on, but unfortunately, so's RPK.
He's so crisp, RPK. I feel like he has been such a backbone. 16 kills, and they've been crisp. But let's look at what the CT side, newly appointed, does now. NIP, 2 towards this side. Of course, you're going to have Plopsky probably lingering between the two, unsure of where he wants to be, but trying to ensure some security towards both. And the pause from the T side, maybe just causing some paranoia, some... maybe they could go back to B. They could be an underpass, peel that additional player away. But for now, they will post up, and that's a peak.
RPK's got his smoke, right? But what's the cue? When will they go? Ooh, maybe that's enough. A casualty on long. Info. Twist. Needing to work around the site. Needs another headshot, and Zywa's already found one. Zywa's found another. How does he keep doing it? How does Plopsky return in kind? 3 kills already. Lil Plopsky looking to find Shox. 30 seconds, dancing around the site, dancing around the Optimus.
1 bullet.
1 bullet, you're right, Chad. He needs to reload that one. And on to Optimus, looking for the angle. He's got the element of surprise here, potentially so many Soundkey shadows as well. And Shox has given him the duel. It's getting messy. Body shots, relentless from Plopsky, and eventually it converts. After some double kills, some double trouble, 3v5. And that is going to leave a little bit of a sour taste in the mouths of Vitality. I felt like they did enough there. First kill, second kill. Plopsky just mows him down. Let's see it again. They were all so distracted. He's hitting some great shots in quick succession and clutches it out with a 1v1. 2 bullets to spare. Fantastic work from Plopsky. I love his storyline personally. Very attached to the idea of a fan watching a team, idolizing a team, watching a team win and lift trophies, and then proceeding to a couple of years later be representing them. It's beautiful. I love it. And NIP are probably going to be happy with that. It looked like dire straits, but they do win the pistol, and we've got a 4 straight out of the French.
What do they do with it? Who's on the other side? Okay, not going to be making the play up towards long. He's sitting very close by. No one behind him either. He doesn't have the support like we had on the flip side. Hearing steps, definitely knows they're here, sees Apex, but now the flood begins. Masuta instantly swings on it. And Shox has been controlling those bathrooms, making sure no one's crept through underpass, tried to keep some sort of presence here. It's Rez who's over towards the other side, but very individual here. No support for each other for the Ninjas. They've got to be careful. The T's kind of pause for now.
Here's a stat I'm going to use in favor of NIP, but it doesn't sound it when I say it. Opening kills, 5 to 12 so far, in favor of Vitality. Now, if our Vitality were getting 12 opening kills over the previous rounds of the 17 we've seen, it certainly is testament to NIP's ability to overcome a man disadvantage.
I've only got 1 man on this side right here, so let's see if Plopsky can overcome 4.
Hello. Only 1, and no one else to respond. They're coming in pretty late through short. I like the nade, but unfortunately they're also... Ooh, maybe RPK staying safe. The incendiary will buy them time. And there is actually good topic of time here, because with 23 seconds, they've lost RPK. The flank is a threat. Zywa's fully invested. Shox is trying to find a safe haven for the plant, but he's doing so open. 15 seconds. Twist can just find the frag. This is NIP's round. They made it so awkward for the French. 10 seconds. What can you do, Zywu? Maybe you can get 2. Why are they giving him the chances? They can hide. Rez is safe, and so is the round. But this is a prime example. You give him an inch, he will take a mile. 9 for NIP.
Got real dicey there for a second. I know the time was in the favor of NIP and they wanted to take the AK out of his hands, but by giving away rifles of their own, their upgraded weaponry is now looking pretty rubbish going into this next round. I don't know if Vitality will be as audacious as what we saw from NIP. Yes, they will. Okay, strap yourself in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going back a couple years. Remember Fnatic versus the Frenchman, Envy back in the day, the 4-spy battles? Well, here we go again. It's not Tech9s.
I mean, if I see a French team, I always somewhat expect a force buy. It's part of the heartbreak. Yes.
I don't know. I can't believe he's gone for that. That was audacious. Perhaps, of course, expecting Vitality to respect it, but taking those fights, and Zai was making a beeline straight up long. And a one-shot headshot for Zai, that's a distinct advantage for someone who's probably already got the aim advantage here. This should and could be a problem. Nice catch. Rez to fill the gap. I'm not sure he's going to be... Oh, of course he is.
Has to equalize.
Nice work from Rez. Exactly what he had to do there. Going to pick up the mantle and control. Now, look at the rest of the teams, though. They really haven't fully lent either way just yet. There's still a bit of a spread here. Masuta's probably the lightest equipped, so the other three are the ones to keep your eyes on. Flash out to allow the play to come through. Masuta kind of offering up the potential for a trade almost. That Deagle in hand, no armor. But for now, the T's hefty lean towards a B site, but that's all changing.
Apex had the bomb in no man's land, went and dropped it towards safety. Now he has to go pick it up again and is still in a dangerous situation because he doesn't know if anybody's pushed over towards long. Lucky for him, we can see they haven't. Shox is trying to sell the fake over towards the site, and that's going to put pressure on the single A defender of Rez.
No one better for the job. So many steps, so many players. Oh no, overwhelmed, and quick reactions from RPK puts his 18th frag on the board. Will this be the 9th for Vitality? Certainly bodes well. One kit, it's on Hampus. He has the smoke as well, so that is a threat. That is a very valid threat. Now Hampus is starting to hit shots.
That was huge. Apex going down is massive. Now Masuta, RPK, and Shox. Who goes when? We got a flash lined up, that's in hand. Everyone's towards the site. Instantly Masuta's dead. Smoke comes in and it's going to be held down. No one's stopped it yet. Oh, he got a tag, but it's nowhere near enough. Kills after the defuse don't really matter too much to me because the round is the big element. Let's see if that does echo forward here, but NIP, they've, I don't want to say stabilized. They look slightly more stable.
I would say they've survived.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. It's not clean.
The money situation right now is even, and it costs more on the CT side to buy on through. The Incendiary costs more than the Molotov, the M4 costs more than the AK. They need that defuse kit you keep hearing me talking about. So the buy going into this one right here is going to be favoring Vitality. They've got the AKs up. 3 Famises on the other side of things, and it's immediately into a 4-man B lean here from Vitality. This looks like they have clear intentions. Are they contacting through Monster after this smoke clears?
That would really catch Twist by surprise, there's no doubt about it. He's just got a FAMAS just happily bounding along. Oh, I better pull out a nade. Oh, no, never mind, there's all of them here. Nade does great damage though, maybe I shouldn't snub it off. Masuta, Twist. And now Hampus' nade onto RPK gives us that 3v3. The mid-round is well and truly live. We could even have the after plant. Zywoo's got the responsibility of planting. He'll be getting his util out to contain. They don't have a smoke though. And with the flank, and a successful one at that, Nork has made things real awkward.
Wow. I'm amazed he got that bomb down. Yeah, they lost down a player, but honestly, I thought they might have been challenged. But Zywoo and Masuta, where is this post-plant position? They're just literally
Smokes and kits. They have the same recipe that worked for them last time.
Molly, 2 flashes on the other side. Zywoo focusing on Monster, clean. That's exactly in the right realm for him. My word, you wouldn't want anyone else in those scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, that's 5 kills between the two of them in that round. Great work from Shox and Zywoo. See that one again. Walking in, it was Masuta, excuse me. Shox. Lovely stuff.
NIP are broken now, though.
Yeah, that's going to put them on real dire straits.
Oh, they've gone for the force buy as well right here.
Oh,
so
this is chaotic Counter-Strike, Chadney.
The option was either, you know, the half buy and then potentially another half buy in the following because of the loss bonus now. They've gone for the all-in. They weren't able to build any money because of how close Vitality were able to keep things in the brawly realms, and now the Ninjas need one of their own. They need some magic. That cliche is long gone. There's no longer any of the names which donned it.
Sometimes it's nice to retire a hashtag. Oh, the flash. That would have been their chance, but Shox was already waiting for it. Plopsky does manage to catch one, but this is a very audacious push, and he gets the more than he bargained for. He was looking for info. Well, that's info and a round in the dome.
Yeah, I mean, Hampus probably isn't loving life now.
No. And,
Oh.
Apex even just doing a little bit of housekeeping, making sure the floor is tidy and no mistakes are made. Every individual on NIP more than capable of picking up a weapon and turning around on its head. So it is rather bare bones and basic. Walk up monster, contact play. Is there a flashbang in play? ZywOo doesn't have one. An X-ray off, you can see Hampus is in a bit of a tight spot. Gonna have to smoke himself out. Ooh, down to 36. He does have a little bit of a gap, sees it. Nade not quite gonna find what he needed.
He's staying alive, which is quite impressive. I'm waiting for Nork or Twist to try and get over here. Twist is on the way through underpass, so he might be the one to...
Oh.
He's heard it. That's a call to be made. Oh, he swings the door. And now the map's open. 20 seconds, though. They've got to get a move on, and Nork's found Apex, but where's that bomb?
On RPK short. This is the perfect angle for to be held by Nork, but that's banging. Love that.
Okay.
Oh, that was the bomb carrier.
Yeah, still time to plant here, so not over just yet.
Suitor's low. Nork could be on for some magic here. And one more frag is required, and he's even tagged him, I believe. Yeah, ZywOo cut down to 61. They know where he is. But the repeat, just as Nork started to transition.
Every other player, I feel, would have backed away, maybe gone around, you know, pushed out a bit, played with the time. No, ZywOo's just posted up on site. Deeper angle. Wait for him to push up a little bit. Nice work from Nork, though. I mean, did he get the tag on that? He did.
Through
There's
the wall,
Masuta.
unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you could ask for much more. Obviously, you want to hit that shot, but he did a pretty valiant attempt. 10-10, though, we actually have a game on our hands, and it is forced by, it's a little bit messy. So then eventually it does grind down to moments like this, where NIP's cash has evaporated.
Yeah, they have to give up the lead here as well, just to take stock of where ZywOo's at the moment. 25 kills to his name after finishing that one off right there. He's hitting 4-0 in terms of opening duels. 7 multi-kills to his name. And over 120 points of ADR. So he's having a game, old ZywOo. I feel we've said that once or twice. And the opening frags, they haven't really been trending upwards for the Ninjas, really. They're still being kept pretty honest here. 6 in total.
Yeah, Apex and Shox, the first two to start being the braver of the bunch to step forward at about a minute 10. Twist.
Oh, good ding.
Good damage. Bless him. I mean, what are you going to do? Your team's in a 4-play stack. It's quite nice. Have you seen Nork? He's a lamppost.
He is a lamppost.
Rush, can we give him the other camera view? The fancy ones, because it looked funny.
Do you have a fancy one?
Yeah, it's gone now, but it made me laugh.
I mean, it's certainly not a stack I've seen all too often, or a boost, I should
It's quite
say.
fun.
Should be a pretty clean one right here from Vitality. Doesn't look like NIP want to go in and give them extra $300 per kill. Masuda has a Mac 10, so he can farm a little bit more cash. Same for Shox. They're up close and personal. Maybe they'll get more inquisitive. Now NIP are getting closer. Maybe they want to see if they can take anything away. Not a bad call considering Vitality haven't been able to build too much of a bank just yet. From Heaven, they're all going to peek. And here we go. Apex, RPK. Oh, they're giving it a shot. Getting a chance here to shoot fish in a barrel. And RPK finishes off the last 2.
Yeah, just
The
relentless.
MG gun on the back of the tank.
Yeah, you're right. Different game, but it did feel that way. RPK and ZywOo are responsible for 14 of the 19 multi-kill rounds from Vitality this map. That is quite the stat. RPK, it's a name that many have been mentioning on the climb from Vitality. You know, during their run here at Cologne, many have outlined his stats and said that it could, you know, the fact that he's managed to come back. We had a great speech from Shox, talking as to age being but a number, passion being the determining factor in how long you can maintain that top spot in CS.
It's a very important round right here. NIP, they lost but built to anything good, and that's a great opening. I did not see that one coming.
No, I don't know if Apex did either.
That's another opening.
Yeah, and they've left the bomb at playground position, and yet they're going for some really aggressive stance. So I was watching for the long push. He's cautious of that. They're giving RPK a bit of freedom here, and it looks like here this is where he'll be parking his bottom for a while.
Funny, when you mentioned Shocks, and he does have a way of words. Do you remember that speech that got translated?
Yeah.
The "we're all 5 fingers on one hand" sort of thing.
Is that Shocks or was that Existence?
I'm pretty sure it was Shocks.
Damn, okay.
I'm pretty sure it was around the Existence time, but yeah, it was. I can't remember which event it was.
Like a
from.
big
Oh, my mind
motivational
ago,
speech.
yeah.
I remember, yeah, they put music behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Rez gonna need some way out of this. He's got RPK on one side, 3 members of Vitality on the other, and that's one of the A defenders gone. They've rotated 2 in. Nork on that glass cannon AWP. He could be vulnerable to nades, could be vulnerable to smoke sprays, and he realizes that. Masuta loses his life. What a transfer. A little lucky, perhaps, but he'll take anything he can. Nork can't really disrespect the Molotov. RPK low already, but the bomb is down. Numbers disadvantage, but RPK so good. No more. Shots to clutch. Around the smoke. Double. Not going to happen. They lined up. Will be a defuse in an 11th.
Through the box? I thought he tagged RPK through the box with the AWP then.
Yeah. From bank. Good bit of damage to chip away at him.
It's a big round to win. I was a bit worried there for NIP when you look at the amount of money that they had going. But that double kill, completely blind. Twist not meaning to get those kills, but he's going to thank his lucky stars. Nork just swinging that as well. The AWP going out first. Not having one of the riflers try and bait the shot, just wide swinging into this. Now we're starting to get into the business end as tied up at legs 11. We'll be having a pause coming on through.
3.8 for Apex. He's got teammates that can supplement that.
He should buy.
Yeah.
Just curious to see what they want their approach to be.
I know. I want Zywall on that T-side AWP. And
What's your call, Alex?
if I'm in-game leader, if I'm Shoxy right now, I'm
Yeah.
scratching my head, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't envy that role. It's not something I could, I'd willingly jump to. Oh, you got RPK on 24, Zywo's on 25. They're having games here. Apex has been quiet though, 7 kills this entire matchup.
So Apex, because the way that he likes to play the in-your-face style, right, is so in flux, and he's sitting right now 1 for 4 in terms of opening duels. So when he's not finding space, he's not finding room as the leader. It was like we were talking about with Alexi B the other day, right? When he can set the tone, when he can be where he needs to, it makes it easier for him to call because he's finding the avenues and being able to use that information to tell the rest of his troops where they need to go, when, and how. But if you're being shut down, if you're being held down to only 7 kills here, and as I mentioned, the 1 for 4 stat line in the opening duel success.
Hey, threat.
Hello. Goodbye.
I think this is a technical for a second.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where everybody gets to take a look around the map. Look at Rush's lovely cameras. Rush, what's your favorite overpass camera?
Well, actually, these cameras right here are done by the Australian MC. He's very good at what he does. It's at MC CSGO, if I'm correct.
Thank you for that,
So
Rush,
lucky.
and thank you for that, MC. Now,
Yeah,
I am
it's very
missing
nice.
a player on NIP, so I'm just going to interrupt you guys. I don't know if that's just a HUD error.
Yeah, they need to just
think it
refresh
is.
the HUD, and away we go.
We are
All
back
gravy.
to the races.
Right, let's jump to it. Let's see what we got here, because we're back on a buy, and it feels like the economy's been here, there, and everywhere, but for now, we got rifles enough, we got AWPs. AWP out, and Zywoo turning the flash. Stunning work from him, and it's a free opening. I say free, it's free for Zywoo, let's say that.
Now then. That was a bit of an unsupported aggression. I mean, yes, Rez threw the flash, but nobody long. Passive in toilets. Masuta, he would be very, very vulnerable should he continue this push on his own. He'll need a bit of a team maneuver to get him out of these toilets. And he does just crouch peek into the AWP. Nork, rewarded for his patience.
Oh, this is dangerous for Rez here.
I mean, if he gets spotted, he would have been in dire straits. That escape is non-existent. You have to strafe with your knife out and cross your fingers and toes.
Just gotta be careful. It's a left eye peek. Down to 9. The pressure. Apex is coming now.
Yeah, he's going to play close to his smoke. It makes sense. Oh, caught midair. Plucked from it by Apex. Looking for more. Very quiet into this game, but he's more than capable, and that's Twist gone. Great headshot now into Nork. But unfortunately, the damage is done. The AWPer burnt away. Nade might be able to land on the head of Zywoo, but he's already relocated. And now just scarpering away to maintain that AWP, or at least faking the sound cue, hoping to catch
Shox is coming.
someone on the hunt. And
He's not getting away with this, no way.
Not with this amount of time, I feel he's going to be found.
at this break point, 11-11 saving an AWP could be the make or break.
Sure. And what's the money like for NIP? It's really bad, right?
Yeah, both teams are at 1900 loss bonus because of the back and forth nature of these early rounds here. So the CTs are going to find themselves in a much tougher position. He needs to battle and hold on to this the best he can.
Christ. Here they come. And there he goes. Shox was the one slowly working around for it. And he gets it in the end. So job done for Vitality, not only the round, but also removing all that weaponry away.
Yeah, now we come into some real problems for NIP because once again, the money is in a position where if you go for the force buy, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face. If you go for the eco, you're giving away round number 13. They need to go for the eco, it seems. So in the following, they will have a $2,400 loss bonus coming through. Nork will be able to get out the AWP in the next round, but at that point, NIP need to really stop this. They need to make sure that Vitality can't keep clawing back in this fashion. It is just going to be the B hit and nobody's home.
Oh yeah, freebie. Where's the bomb though? I worry about the players to pick up the bomb because the bomb's at the back, kind of by, I guess, the little staircase that
Shox is
leads down.
going.
All right, Shox should get there before the problems begin, really?
Yeah, he's all right.
It might speed up now that they've seen that. He's probably just going to head on through. Everyone else can be called to attention, but there are problems coming behind. So look at Shox. He did relay that bomb off. Misuta gets found. That ain't great. Oh, an area on the map you often see a fight happen on.
Yeah, I mean, being flanked by a USP so quickly as you're the underpass player is definitely a new one for him. But saving that AK is something. Hampus taking it safely, to A. We have Rez and Nork doing the same thing with their Desert Eagle, respectively, on the hunt and on the prowl. Apex doesn't want to give them any sort of bonus, any sort of benefit, any sort of positive outcome from this round. It wasn't the rifle they were looking for. And it does enable Hampus to draw blood. He's on the way out, though. He's got a smoke grenade, but it may be bullets to fight them back, and he presents his back to ZywOo. 27 frags now for the Frenchman. And 13, that's 3 rounds away from Vitality heading on to the grand finals. We had a fantastic first semi-final with Heroic taking on G2. And some of their ex-teammates now in Vitality are 3 rounds away from meeting Heroic.
Gosh, the French scene has certainly found... It felt like...
They disappeared, Lauren. They did. We lost them.
They vanished, right? It was just a couple of old players here and there where it was going, oh, is Kenny going to roll it back? But no, we've got a different look here, and it's looking fantastic. A 13-11, it's a good sign for sure, especially the map 1 win.
You can hold party on this angle.
That's beautiful. Yeah. I like it. They haven't seen this yet. They're going to know about it now. RPK, slow to respond, but quick to react. Nork goes down, and Rez... Yeah, now they realize, wait, someone's got to boost him up there. Back down we go, RPK. I swear, he's got no finesse to the way he plays. Yeah. But my God, does he get the job done.
He's a brute force blunt object.
Yes.
Now, it was almost like a comical double take there. It's like he walked off and it was like, hang on, was that someone else there? Poor old Rez and Nork. Hampus, there we go. That's the precision we need. Crucial round of play here. There may be smiles on our faces, but to make no mistake, the player's quite the opposite.
They full rotated towards A NIP, and well now, guess what? Vitality are full rotating back towards B, so the race is on. The Frenchmen should get to the site before the Swedes have recovered any territory. The Molotov's good, but it's a little bit late.
Yeah, just to cross in the nick of time. And they don't have to rush this. Now, RPK has all of the nades he desires. His life is worth his weight in gold. We're only seeing Molotov to contain, flash to suggest, and a smoke to plant. Hampus coming up short. No one holding it. And RPK's vulnerable. Okay, problematic. Shox forced into a 1 versus 3. And he's not going to get the first cleanly at all. Nice work from Hampus. He had a very quiet start to overpass, but when he needed to most, he secures himself 3 frags. Now put them onto the 12th. Just going to go and scavenge whatever they can out of this one. AK upgrade is a real bonus for any CT side.
He might be able to get the AWP in connector as well. Twist looking for it right now. Jumping up, and he's got it. So, all the goodies they need over on the NIP side going forward, but the money, it's a plenty for Vitality. They will be able to buy. They keep getting this bomb down. They keep stimulating the economy.
What a start that was for Vitality, and then taken away from them.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget it was Nork who actually got that first frag, boosting him up, setting him up for success. And Apex unhappy, unsatisfied with this. but he's still holding the most of the cards. It's been a very back and forth. No team has strung together more than 3 consecutive rounds in this second half. That's how back and forth, to and fro the flow has been.
Ooh, Rez, this could be big.
Oh, I think
Timing is everything.
extreme timing here, and Masuta isolated. Quickly trade. Every time I feel like someone can make a play, it's RPK that stops it.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, you think you're going to have some fun with us?
Yeah, he's just been playing this game for so many years that the trades are just second nature to him. Supporting his teammate, making sure the frag goes are traded it's like breathing.
This is everything right here.
The re-aggress. Going back for this information. Does he see the shoulder? He does. Nicely done by Nork. Finding RPK. Plopsky goes down though. Shox find success elsewhere. That's going to put a bit of a problem for the CTs. How do we approach this? Did they see the bomb? I think initially on the kills, but they might have lost track of it now. Hampus again going to be called upon here.
Oh, he plays around his own smoke perfectly. Nope. Oh, never mind. Hampus has got the reactions of any young Swede playing Counter-Strike. My God. Just on the edge of the smoke, he does catch Shox patrolling, and it has caused 2 players to rotate. Nork's about to get mollied out of position. He can't contest this, and they should be able to plan.
Oh.
Apex is living life on the edge.
He has the bomb as
He
well.
didn't have enough adrenaline in his veins already, Chad. He needed more.
Oh my God.
Bloody hell, he wants to peek. Apex needs to calm down. 3v3, and this is a big round. This determines potentially who will run away with overpass. He still wants more. Apex gets Nork, knocks him on his ass. 3v2.
It's just a man possessed. Finally, he gets put to bed, but now Twist left in the 1v2. He's got everything in front of him. 2 players, spots 1. Don't matter, baited him by Shox. He's waiting there, real patient. But yeah, Apex was just, he was on one.
Can't play by the book anymore now, NIP. The money's in the bin, and if they want to make sure they stop Vitality from getting to 15 rounds, they have to force buy. Rez took a risk. Only one gentleman greeting him on the other side of the smoke. I thought Nork taking down RPK would have been enough. But Shox faked it out and finished with the final kill. So the man to close things, he opened the door on that A bomb site, and you can see now, so poised Vitality to take this. They can do whatever they want. They can play slow, they can play fast. The weaponry on the NIP side of things is going to be absolutely abysmal, and that's if they want to go for the buy, and they have.
Oh my God. Okay, so the grand final hopes for Ninjas in Pyjamas rest on, I was going to say 5. And now I have to say 4. The shot from Shox ringing into the ears of Hampus.
Is the gun recoverable? Can Twist... See if Twist could maybe grab it. Oh, he's trying to. He desperately wants it, but it's
Gonna cost him his smoke so early. Okay. Doesn't even go for the recovery just yet. Rez given a lot of responsibility here alongside Nork. They've given them toilets access to A. You have to take gambles when you're making buys like this, when you've suffered early casualties like that. A great shot onto Apex. That's going to humble him. He doesn't want to lose all of that utility. It's part of the game plan. ZywOo's head on a swivel. And Nork plucking RPKs off his shoulders. Great work with the scout. Another chance. Minimal margins for success here. Tiny headshots required with a $1,700 weapon. And he will eventually fall to the ZywOo spray. Not today. Plopsky, Twist. Very predictable corners for them, and only a 5-7. Twist would have to do something rather magic. I'll bring the hashtag back if he wins this one.
I'll join in. 1 player low, isolates 1. ZywOo a little lower than Shox, but still still plenty dangerous. It's 15-12. We're 1 round away. Vitality swept through map 1 and map 2. Well, it's been closer, but it hasn't been close enough, and it definitely has not been the lead that NIP were wanting.
5 of the CT rounds that NIP have won, and all but 4, all but 1, would have been a cooler way to say it, and all but 1 were with bomb plants from Vitality. They've been getting into that site even in NIP's round victories.
Yeah, and they've been stringing them out all across the map here. So with 1 round left, Vitality are, well, close to booking themselves in back-to-back grand finals of ESL One Cologne. Last year, they went up against Liquid. Only managed 1 map in that final. Well, Liquid, they're on the other side of the pond
grand
right now.
finals, Chad.
Not bad, is it?
30 bomb in regulation from ZywOo. 27 from RPK. This is exactly what the stats have been pointing towards from Vitality's run to Cologne, so consistent in that regard. And so, what's the call? You know your opponent is broken.
I love it.
Oh, here we go. Alex, they're going quick. They want this over with. They want in the finals.
ZywOo swallows a grenade. 50 calories straight to his hit points. Plopsky's burning, he's catching nades as well. He's down to 3, finished off by the Flame. 4 frags away from Vitality and Heroic in the grand finals of Cologne. Deagles, SMGs, Hampus in a prime position for Shox here, but it's the sound cue that will give him away. And sees him perfect in paired with the flash of Rez. They are playing video games today, folks. Counter-Strike is on the menu. And not a full rush. It was ZywOo getting a feel for things. Shox's casualty seems to have taken the wind from their wings. Or is this the pause to get the paranoia spread out, get the CTs pushing for info, and suddenly there's only one player actively holding the site? It seems like that may be the latter. A 30-second pause can do wonders for a T side.
And they have paused, but it's go time now. Molly comes in towards the barrels. This time they're going to make it count.
Yeah, it needs to be hard shots from Nork, and he's already gone down. Twist trying to play around the smoke. It's huge. And Rez puts another cherry on it. Looks like NIP might have just bought a little new lease of life. Bombs loose on the site. Weapon recovered by Hampus. He's only got 28 HP. What have you got for us, ZywOo? Oh, Jesus! He finds the head of Rez, but we're all cool. Hampus saves us. And NIP are going to go again. That was the hardest test they're going to have in this second half. And yeah, that's going to feel bad for the French. They knew they had a distinct advantage, a huge advantage. These frags from Twist are against fully armored, fully equipped boats of util. Defended and saved by Hampus, who started this game off miles behind his teammates. He's bang on par now.
The money's not great for the T's, is it?
It's a big question here, though, Lauren, because if Vitality don't opt to go for the buy here, they're going to allow NIP to have a clean round, and from there they will be able to mount into rifles for the following. So there will be an even pegging in round 30 of the game. If Vitality opt to give this one away, you know, ZywOo could drop across a couple of Deagles, Shox can buy it one of his own. They need to try and keep it as competitive as humanly possible here, but because they have 2 options left, they have 2 rounds left. Oh, they've gone with the Hero AK, I love it.
Okay. Shox could surely pair that with a bit of utility. Oh, okay, he's gone for the Kevlar vest. If ZywOo goes down, you've got to back up.
He's gone for the Galil too.
Okay. Okay, so this is an interesting middle ground. It does seem like it was the best option that they had available to them. Chad presents why. Yeah, precisely. This is going to be a weird one. And it is usually where we've previously seen Vitality find some success, is in the chaos, in the unpredictable calls. 3 descending quietly to lower.
You almost send in those players on just the pistols as your utility, as your flash to get the attention or keep those eyes in one specific place, blind or not. So Masuta might just be a sacrificial lamb for the greater good as ZywOo and Shox do pack the punch. That's what they're looking for. Any mistake, players out of place, here we go. Draws no fire. So far, so good.
This is very doable. They just need to isolate one duel. And keeping the death squad together here, Masuta is literally just jumping around the corners to present Shox with a free frag. The option to trade. Damage done, Rez spots up the Galil. They now know what they're working with.
Okay. ZywOo and Apex have been working on the monster hold. And that's great work from Plopsky. Getting that information, confirming that it's not an all-in. He wants a boost, even just pointed on the floor where he wants it.
Nork's isolated here.
Yeah, but as the smoke fades, Nork won't be visible unless he... Oh, sound cues for him to work with too. He waits and baits. Wall bangs and he gets it. 4 on 4.
It's going to be A now. Only 25 seconds left.
God, ZywOo's got to try and crack into this site. Got to find a penetration somewhere. Some sort of weakness. A weakness in this chain. And he has found Rez. Needs another. Twist on bank is low, but he's been found by RPK. They're doing it. Quickly saved by Hampus, bombs down. ZywOo to fight on. Apex is already caught 1 and they do it! Right across the line, 3 Glocks, 2 rifles, all they